Okay, I think we're live, but I didn't hit go. I'm going to hit go live now. Confirm and go live. Okay, I think we are ready for action. We got the stream chat popped up. That's a good sign. Now I had someone here, Zevich. Oh, it's Zevich has followed. Okay, it says welcome to the chat room. Yeah, the recording button announcement is bright red, and so is the Sandro Leone is down here, but I don't know what he's doing. Sandro, are you there? Oh no, he was on Skype. Oops. Oh, there's Internet Chess Club, says hi. Is this Mr. Sandro? Okay, I am here, Ron. Hi. And Jay Dobrich is here. So, now I can go back to what I was doing before we had to do all this technical stuff, right? And we can go solve some puzzles. Let's see. How do I get them up, though? Do what? Do what? Sounds good. Okay, thanks. Okay, so while we're waiting for people to pop in, pop up, we're going to go over here. We're going to go to the Learning Center. Okay. Now, we're going to go here, do some tactics. Okay, let's see how that looks.
Incoming challenge.
It's not popping up. The tactics are not popping up on the Streamlab. No worries. We can do something different. We can go over here. Aha. Aliyev. Okay, so we got our first game of the day. Let me just minimize this.
Server announcement.
And we're going to play Mr. Aliyev. I think we played him last week.
Game started.
And we are black. Don't know. Seems like he didn't notice that we accepted. Okay, there we are. We're off. Okay. I remember the name. I don't remember the game. It's kind of what happens when you get older. Okay. Get the bishop out. Get the knight out. Was he the guy who traded knights on c6 last week? Anyway, this is kind of the set position here. G3. G3 is very unusual. Okay. There's some specific issues with G3. I don't remember what they are. Let's go ahead and play here. Let's get this guy protected. Let's get castled. We know we got to do that. Let's go ahead and play rook over. Okay. Now, he's coming straight ahead. Now, one downside to the bishop g2 idea is that the c4 square is a bit tender. And as usual in chess, pluses and minuses. Okay, well there, I think we can take this. Then we can go for the knight c4 business. Now we got pressure on b2 and e3, obviously. And then I was thinking we could go queen b6. Now we definitely got some pressure on that d4 thing. Ron, that's called a knight. Oh, very good. Okay, and a little pressure on the b2 pawn. Okay, so now I think we should just take this guy. Nothing bad's going to happen to us, I hope. Okay, now we got the two bishops.
Server announcement.
Pocket our pawn, but he's obviously coming into b7. Could get a little bishop opposite color type action here. Now, sometimes you like to take the a2 pawn, but then he's going to be in our business. So I think in this scenario, we need to take this guy. Now, we are attacking the knight. Now, see there, I thought he was going to take the knight. So unless he's got some nasty trick, I'm just going to play a move like, well, if I play that, I weaken there. My thought here is to play rook c7. Let's stick with it. Sometimes the first thought's the right thought. Okay, now let's just tidy this guy up. He could play rook to c1 and give up the 2 rooks for the queen, but it should be okay for me. Okay,
Check.
Takes.
Check.
Okay, now let's play this. Now, why are we playing that? I guess we have some dreams of bishop to b5, although I'm not sure that's really what we should be trying for here. And I'm not sure where he's going with that. Let's get this guy out here. Pretend like we're getting active. Oh, touching my rook. Not nice. Well, if he's not doing anything to me, let's take this guy. Now, he's on my guy. Well, a little bit tricky. Still no immediate threat. Let's just go back here. Now, the queen is usually a killer on the open board. Let's
Check.
put in a check there for what it's worth. Let's go touch this guy. But our pieces look like they got pretty good coordination. Take this guy over here. Okay, let's just tighten up the ship. I mean, I didn't see bishop h3 check led to too much, so. Okay, where is he going now? Why aren't I getting an a-pawn going up the board? Well, if nothing else, let's just pin him. Okay. Oh, I can take that. Am I short on time? Yeah, time's a little bit of an issue here. Oh, forking my rook.
Check.
Not nice, not nice. But let's just huddle back. Still got everything pretty tight. Could have done something a little better there. Okay, let's go defend this guy. Let's motor up the board. Okay. What to do? Just tighten up. Just keep the game tight.
Incoming forfeits on time.
So,
Incoming
tough game
challenge.
there. Tough game. So I think we're doing pretty good in the final position there. So one of my assistants said that that I drinking out of a measuring cup with my hot tea. Maybe I shouldn't have that on the show. And I said, hey, it's all about real. That's real. That's how I like to drink my hot tea. So we got a tough choice here. We got Ohanessian, who's got, well, one game he played a very nice game. Let's play him now. What the heck? Get it out of the
Game
way.
started.
This is 5-0 unrated. Okay. Let's see what he's got. Okay. Go Jabab on him. He already beat my Norwegian rat last week. He got a little bit lucky that game, I think. But the game before that, he played well. Now, this guy knows his stuff. A6, that's what the cool kids play.
Server announcement.
Okay, and then c5. Okay. Now what to do? The guy is clearly prepared. He's playing all the good moves. He's ready for the super expansion. Yeah, not sure I'm so thrilled with all this. Okay, where is he going now? This guy's always doing bad things to me. Okay. I'm not sure how much I totally believe in the whole Jabava thing, but from a practical perspective, I have to say Rappaport and Jabava, they sure do win a lot of games. But it's actually a very hard style for me. Now here I imagine he could get back his pawn with bishop takes c5. Then I could take the f5 bishop, pawn takes. I go bishop e2 or something. Or no, maybe bishop d3. And then I could try to argue that I have the two bishops, although I'm not sure that it amounts for so much. I mean, his pieces are pretty good. Yep, that's a good move. He wants to liquidate that pawn. If I take, he can take with a queen. He's hitting my bishop. Or he could even take with a knight. Could go knight a4, but then he's got queen a5 check. c3, takes, knight to d5, castles, sack a pawn. He could also just move somewhere. And my pieces are a little strung out, and he's threatening b5. Like say goes bishop a7. Okay, let's suck it up and take it. I took with the horse, of course. Okay, if he's not doing anything, let's get out of here. Okay. Let's put a rook on an open file. Again, keep an eye out for tactics. Well, we do have two bishops, so life is not so bad. Let's see if we can put them to work. I was just thinking f2 is a bit weak, but then I realized f6 is hanging if he tries to go queen b6 to exploit that. So life goes on. There's always pluses and minuses, right? Now, incidentally, I just realized another idea there would have been bishop e2 to f3, get the bishop working that way. Now, that's interesting. I'm not sure that knight belongs on the edge of the board. I'm going to go for the queen trade. And he's taking that way. I have to really relearn my chess. I thought rooks belonged on open files. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? Now, should we try to trade? Let's go for it. So now, what's my goal here? Well, a bishop versus knight ending would be kind of shades of Fischer, Addison, U.S. Championship. Now, see, that was smart. He put his rook. Is he threatening to penetrate? Oh, but he's got a little trick with knight e5 if I try to fork him. Let's get the king over. Yeah, see, I wanted to go rook d7 like in the worst way possible, but then he had knight e5. Clever, clever guy. Then that brings to mind why I didn't go there. Now the knight on h5 feels a little bit in left field. Where is he going? You always have to be asking, what are they trying to do to you? Now his queenside pawns are feeling a little bit of heat, I think. Okay, now at least we've got a pawn to show for our issues. He's coming in with the knight. We can't take another pawn. 1 minute, 45 seconds. We're good there. Okay. Not afraid to trade. Boom. Let's get those rooks off the board. Try to reduce the counterplay. Or did we just make it worse? Who knows? But, oh, okay. Let's get this guy.
Check.
And let's go for the knight ending. Now I'm giving up the h3 pawn, but it's my hope that this guy over here will be way out in left field, but I can see this is probably not the brightest idea. And in fact, why did I make that stupid move? Why didn't I go here and go after his knights? Let's go here. I should have just gone king g2 right away. Duh. Okay, now let's check. Oh, why am I checking? Duh. Let's just take this puppy. Oh, we're checking so he didn't have knight e3 check. Anyway, it looks good. Okay. Where's he going? Off to the races.
Check.
He's getting that guy. This guy's annoying. But he may be annoying. But I've got a passed a pawn. Okay, that guy's coming back to help. Where is he going now? He wants some knight c5 or something. He's going to swap. Oh, he's going to get... Oh, we got to take that. A friend of mine,
check,
when I was a kid, said knight ending's next best thing to a pawn ending. Okay.
Check.
That didn't really do much for us.
Check.
I'm not really cutting the cheese here.
Check.
But he's a little short. Oh, no. I lost that pawn, too. This guy's been so lucky against me.
Check.
Oh. You kidding? I'm bungling this game, too.
Check. Time warning. Check. Black forfeits on time.
Yes! I owed him one. Good game, sir, as usual. Very good fight. I was doing really good for a while there, but you're very, very tenacious dude. Good game. And serious chess player, might add. Okay. Making me work there. Okay. 13 seconds left, no problem. So let's see. No, but the queen trade was good. And I had a clear advantage. If you go back, like, when we first entered the game, I missed, I think, an immediate win, I think. Like, right after we traded, and I gave up this H-pawn. Right. So we traded these guys. Now, this is already, yeah. So let's see, here, here, right here. Everything's good here. Rook A8 was excellent. I trade those guys. Now,
Check.
I should just keep these knights under control. But, of course, at past time control, knights are... Now, this is good. Nope. Ah, right here. Why didn't I play King G2? See, if I play King G2, if the knight retreats, bam, pawn to F4. Game, set, match, as they say in tennis, right? I think. Unless he's got some more tricks. Of course, knowing this guy, he's always got tricks, but pretty simple. King G2, knight back, pawn to F4 would have saved me a lot of grief. But anyway, life goes on. Very good game, sir. Let's see. So what else is going on? Now, one thing ICC does is notice down here it says that they sent the moves of the game.
Server announcement.
That's very good, because then you can go ahead and analyze your games, and that's how we hopefully try to get better, okay? So let's see. Action, practice, and improve. So I think we're going to have to do some programming for next time, because I want to show people how to use the bot, the tactics bot in the Learning Center. It is very, very good. Yes, Cruxel Master says Cruxel Lannister says he's trying to make trouble. Yes, he is a very good troublemaker. The game we played last week, I just one move away. I just had to play H2, keep that rook off of G1, and I think it was like +4 for black. That was bitter. But anyway, always good to play. Good challenge.
Game started.
Oh, I think we got a game here. Okay, game on. Now, according to Simon Williams, if you get to play E4 here, you're supposed to do it. Anyway, that's what he says. And the British like these, I don't know, Barry type systems and stuff. Yeah, they always have this choice of H5 or H6. Well, now let's play this, I guess. I haven't really studied all this stuff that thoroughly. Just kind of winging it a bit. Are we supposed to castle? Now, the downside to the pawn being on H6 is that the downside... Oh, now he's ready to play E5. I get it. I got it. He's ready to play E5. Okay. So according to Simon Williams, you're not supposed to let him play E5. Anyway, that's what he says. So conversely, are we supposed to play E5 if we can? Yeah, so the downside of the pawn being on H6 is it is harder for him to castle. Yeah. Remember castling? That idea? Okay, so now it could get a little messy. He's all on my E pawn. So this is a bit tricky. I just feel like this is a bit loose for him. This is a 3-minute game, so we don't have tons of time to figure it all out, but there's takes, and then there's just the quiet bishop e2. I'll tell you what, let's not let him lock it up, although I have a feeling that I probably was supposed to be playing something like bishop e2. But this feels like it's got some juice. Yeah, it could get a little messy. As a friend of mine said, you want to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs. Okay, first line. Now, what did I lose? I lost a rook or something on there, but I'm attacking a rook in the corner. Okay, so any serious threats we need to know about. Let's take that guy. Aha, now he's saying he's getting out and I'm not. But there's some dancing tricks with the dancing knights. Knight to d5, go after the other rook. Yeah, why not? Try to keep him from castling if we can. Just don't let him sneak in there and checkmate us. Well, you have to ask yourself in this situation, what would Joe Bava do? I don't know. Don't know. These are not really my type of positions. Ron, in his usual crudity,
check,
just takes material, or tries to. Ah, this
check.
feels good. We got that puppy with check. Take that guy. King looks relatively safe. Trade. Here. Oh, I see. It's the old time thing. Okay, gotcha. Okay. But fortunately, this one looks pretty easy. Hold on. Check him, send him back to the showers. Take away some squares. And the key is to always advance the pawns in unison. That way you keep the king boxed in. So when the day comes, you get a queen. And the good thing is my bishop's holding everything tight on this side.
Check. Incoming challenge.
Okay, good game, sir. A little fast and furious there. Okay, touch this. Okay.
Game started.
Now, why am I playing this crazy opening? Because I discovered in my building, if I go to the gym early, I'm the only one there. And then I can watch all these silly videos by people like Ginger GM. Now this is interesting because if I go there, he's ready to go e5. I'm not worried about e5. Whoa, he's allowing some pawn weaknesses. Well, what the heck. Go for it. Of course, there is a question of what we're going to do with our king, but let's... Maybe our queen should have gone to e2. But this seems okay. In fact, why did we castle? Why didn't we play g5? Well, good question.
Check.
But now, let's check. What was it? Ben Larson, always check and might be mate? Something, some pearl of wisdom like that? Okay. I don't really see how we're getting to him here. Now, it would be a beautiful thing if we could keep that knight of his over there on the edge of the board. Maybe I should have gone back to b3, but I wanted to cover this f3 square. I was a little concerned about him just invading. Well, what about if we line up? Now, admitted, it's not the most subtle approach. I was also thinking about putting a rook on the f-file. Wow. I'm not sure that's going to hold water. Yeah. Let's see, now we're in. I think we just take this anyway. And g-file,
Checkmate.
just like Joe Baba. Good game, sir. Very tricky. Very, very tricky. Looked okay for you out of the opening. Trouble by design. You're one of those kids, huh? Yeah, you almost let my revenge escape there, Cruxel Lannister. Okay.
Incoming challenge.
Touch this. Now, did I just play him? Yes, sir. I would like to play again, sir, but we are trying to give everyone a chance to play. But we will be on again next week, as far as I know. Ah, what the heck.
Game started.
This time you get white. Fair is fair, right? Oh, okay. Now we basically got a Grand Prix / closed Sicilian. Okay. Now, closed Sicilian, a couple of ways to play. There's this, followed by knight g7, super solid. But now this is kind of a strange closed Sicilian because he's playing bishop e2 instead of g3 and bishop g2. Now, there's some tricky business here. For example, if I go here, it's not clear how good that is. See, I thought he should have played a4. A little positional trick there. He could have played a4, and then now he's going to play c3 and try to get the big center. This stuff is very, very hard to... Another idea here is to play knight d4 right quick. His knight's coming to the king side. Anyway, we've got to get castled. You always have to watch for white playing f5, firing the bishop into h6, and trying to do a quickie attack. Or not so quick. Now here we can go ahead and play d5, for better or for worse, I think. That keeps his knight off of c4. c4 would have been a good square. Now here the question is, do you take with the pawn, go for the space, or do you take with the knight? But if you take with the knight, you give him the c4 square. It's always got to be thinking about squares. Squares, squares, squares. The e-file is open. For the moment, I think we have the f5 pawn break under control. Oh, no, 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 sir. No, no.
White resigns.
Sorry about that, dude. That was... I couldn't let you into e5, but yeah, that messed up a very, very interesting game. Okay, so hopefully I'll see you next week, Mr. Touch This. Okay? And also, within a day or two, we usually have an uploaded version of it that you can always go back and catch in case you missed some or just want to see what happened. Now, did Jado check out? Or does he have time for one game before he has to go?
Game started.
Okay. Oh, very serious player. Okay. Now that's interesting. If I play knight c6, d5, knight e7, you get an Ullmann variation of the King's Indian defense. This is all very much like a King's Indian, except I haven't moved the knight to f6 yet, so we've not made that commitment yet. But kind of hard to see how we're going to do anything better. I guess one thing we could do would be play knight to c6. That seems a little funky. Good player, probably knows what he's doing here. Oh, I know, there's something like this. You can do something like this and play like this. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm just saying you can do it. Aha. Okay. Now, I'm sure knight takes is the positionally correct way to play, but yeah, why didn't I play rook there first? Oh, should dubious. Yeah, if I'd have played h6, he takes the pawn on c3. Yeah, you got the two bishops, but not so clear it's so great. Now, if we play d5, he's got a lot on it. So I'm not sure how much I trust the structure. If you play c5, he can go knight d5. Well, let's try it. You get, you give. Okay, now I want to see if I can get rid of this guy. Okay, now I could have taken the knight. Then we get kind of an opposite colored bishops thing. Yeah, clearly he does not want to trade the bishops. If I fire the bishop into h3. I mean, not totally clear to me who the bishop trade is good for, if anyone. Okay, so now should we try to harass him? I want to get my knight around. He's not letting me cooperate. Anyway, kicking his rook from the uh-oh, he's coming to harass me. Let's see what he's up to. Trying to provoke him, obviously, into playing there. Not that it helps me that much, but okay, now that's a good play on his part. Yeah, very good play. Yep. Okay, I got to run back home. If I go to h3, he'll just go knight there and chase us some more. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can go up here. We're behind on time, and he's playing well. This is all not a good combination. Let's feel like we need to get our queen over there to help guard the dark squares. Yeah, the guy's playing very well, I have to say. Well, I don't have to, but I feel it's the right thing to say. He's very well centralized again. I thought I kicked that rook away. He's coming back. He's got threats to do bad things. But what happens if we take this guy? Oh no, he's going to have a monster knight. Okay, we've got problems here and time problems. And now he's getting ready to do something really unpleasant. Getting ready to abuse my queen. Yeah, I was thinking about h4. Okay, now we're fighting him for the diagonal. Oh, he took my pawn because this guy down here is not protected. The rat. Oh, why didn't I go queen c3 and penetrate? And he takes, we take. He's pretty tight there. Okay, at least we got a file. Take the small things we can get. Try to trade off some of this juice coming at us. Okay, tough game. Oh, I was just going to go take the file. At least we can say we got a pretty good night. What was that?
Check.
Okay, are we really that short on time? He's not going to set up some blockade with the super queen there. Don't get knight forked. Always the danger with knights is getting forked. Usually you say that just as you walk into one. Okay, I'm not hearing it.
Time warning.
That's a bit of a problem.
Check. Check. Check.
Oh, we're going to lose on time here.
Check.
Ah, we lost
Check.
time.
Black coming for challenge on
Just shooting away all
time.
his pieces. Good game, sir. You flagged me. Well done. Tough game. Yeah, it took me a long time to get counterplay there. Now, I got to figure out where the volume is because I don't hear it when they move. Maybe Mr. Sandro knows how I can get volume because I'm not hearing when they make a move. Used to you get like a little ding. I guess usually settings is the place. Show splash screen, appearance, board layout, playing, sounds. Login, announcements, login. Yeah, because I lost a few seconds there when I didn't realize there was a move. Okay, take back, draw offer, offer decline, white, forfeits, new game stats, new move. Yeah, new move sound. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Type set bell 1. Okay, set bell 1. Set bell space 1. Okay, and do I need a backslash there? Let's try that. See, never too old to learn. Set, nope, no such command. Backslash set bell 1. Bell set to 1. Now, what does that do? Does that sound a fire alarm in the building every time they move? Okay. But Mr. Jalas played well. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, no, like a little bell, not a thundering, ears ringing type bell. Yeah, I thought I was going to get him at the end, but he played a very good move. He played rook back to the second rank, and then I had to stop short on a3 because I wanted to go rook a2, pin that bishop, and fire my queen in there. But ran out of time. And it all feeds into itself because that was because I had problems earlier with him getting to the f6 square. And I never really, it took a long time to kind of solve all the positional problems. And it all, adds up. Oh, I know what we can do. Let's just send out a couple of seeks and see who shows up. That's my own fault. I noticed this before that I wasn't hearing when they move, and I forgot to do something about it. So, what is it Vince Lombardi says?
Server announcement.
Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Today's young kids don't appreciate some of these great coaches like him and John Wooden.
Game started.
Game on. Who are we playing here? Oh, same guy. Well, a little unfair, but also giving me a chance to go for 2 losses. Well, this is sad. Simon Williams didn't give this. So now I just don't have a great position. This is really not pleasant at all. Not thrilled. Not even a little bit. Pieces don't function well. Now he's just coming after me full throttle. Can't blame him. Oh, more abuse he's got in store for me here. Very good. Yeah, now if I go there, he's going there. What to do? When he's ready to go g5, he's ready to castle. Not loving it. If I go there, I'm just running into his g-pawn. Don't like it at all. Probably the reason I don't like it is because it's not good. He's got the center. Oh my goodness. Now he's doing some like Petrosian Spassky type stuff where he's just attacking me like nobody's business on this side of the board. And yeah, and he hasn't committed to castling. And I don't have a good break. Very well played, sir. Well, taking and opening the file doesn't feel great at all. But this doesn't look like a long-term solution either. Oh boy, this guy's killing me all over the place. Well, at some point we got to try and open things up. Yeah, now his knight. Well, do what we got to do. Got to hustle back. It's not beautiful to say the least. Oh my God! Now he's even on my guy. He's on my bishop. This reminds me of the Tom Cruise movie, Color of Money. It's your worst nightmare, isn't it? And then it's like it just gets worse. Okay, now he's touching that guy. And these kingside pawns are pretty pathetic. Okay, see if we can get some counter spleegling. I'm not sure trapping that rook is such a wonderful thing. Did we trap it? Sort of. Okay. Oh boy. What was it they said about Daniel Boone? Some days you eat the bear and some days the bear eats you, right? I just feel with my king so loose, I've got such
Check.
chances of hanging something. Okay, that was a smart move on his part. He's going for the g2 pawn. Let's take that one.
Check.
I thought he was going to go rook b2.
Check.
Okay.
Check.
Okay, now we might have something.
Check. 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 Check.
He's going to try to run me out of time
Check.
again. We can
Check.
seen this movie before.
Check.
Get over here. Cut that guy off.
Check.
He's back to business.
Time warning. Check. Black incoming challenge.
Oh, tough game, sir. I don't think you can complain about your prospects there. You had an awesome opening. Totally kicking me all over the center. Okay, Mr. McKnight's. Oh, wait, Mr. McKnight's got away. I wanted to play him. How do we accept? He's a fellow streamer.
Incoming challenge.
Accept. Oh, there he is. Okay. What are we playing, sir? 5-0?
Game
Good
started.
To see you, buddy. Now, Mr. McKnight's is also a streamer. Has a nice chess program. Plays late at night, all weird hours. Oh, here I think I can do this. Well, I don't know. Simon Williams and them were a little more optimistic about. So see, now he's sacrificing a pawn. Not a bad thing. Okay, let's take it. Try to make him get it back. Now, of course, it's going to get a little messy.
Server announcement.
He's got a lot of mega piece activity here. So I got to do like several things at once here. Let's start by kicking this guy. Not so bright, but okay, it's what we did. Yeah, if he takes, I don't really want to take with a queen. Otherwise, I get a crappy pawn structure. Good play, Shakespeare. Nah, a3 was a waste of time. Probably I should have played... I need to do about 3 moves at once here. Let's get this guy out. Probably going to lose my pawn back and just have a mediocre game. Well, I can comfort myself. I have 2 bishops to go with my miserable position and no great prospects for my king. Let's get that guy up there. Okay, let's just keep going this way. Okay, good move there. I guess, not that we're thrilled with it, but we got to go this way. Like I said, not thrilled with it. Now we kind of straighten out our pawn structure. Now if the knights come off, of course, we're going to have opposite colored bishops. Well, let's line this guy up that way. That feels like it's got real Class A cheapo potential. Okay, now let's protect that guy. Now, of course, oh, what did I do? I gave away this guy. Not the ideal. I was so worried about going over there. Oh, I did not mean to, I meant to protect that guy. Okay, well, look, life goes on. And on. Giving away all my pawns here. I mean, after all, it is Christmas. Let's go pin that guy. Not happy at all. Okay, so what's the body count? He's a pawn or so ahead, right? Just trying to confuse things. Absolutely no guarantee we are going to be successful in that endeavor. Now at least we got one baby back. Okay, now he's attacking our base there. Who needs to defend that? Someone on our team's supposed to defend that. Or do we just push it? Push the pawn. Let's go this way. Still not thrilled. Still not thrilled.
Check.
Yeah, I'm not sure about all this.
Server announcement.
Okay. At least we're a little ahead on time. Well, it's all on my business there. Let's sacrifice. And then push. and try to claim that we got a passed pawn that's trying to do some business. How accurate that is, I'm not sure, but what's our next trick? He's got it covered. Well, let's go for confusion. Yeah, when all else fails, try to confuse him. Oh, wait a minute, sir.
Checkmate.
Can't let that guy go in for the score. Someone needed to play defense. I think rook takes pawn was necessary. Good game, though, sir. Good game. And maybe in the chat. Oh, sorry about that, buddy. Listen, maybe in the chat, put your show. It's McKnight. Twitch.tv/McKnight, right? I think something like that, right? Very good game, sir. So some ad from Dr. Whatever. Want to become famous, buy followers, prime and viewers? No, not really. Oh, here you are. twitch.tv/McKnights. Late at night, nothing to do. Get some popcorn. Go check him out. He's just a guy trying to get better, you know, like all of us. Okay. So definitely a show worth watching. Okay.
Game
Throw out a couple
started.
we got a game here. Sideburns. I've seen this guy before. I think my friend Sailor has played him. Oh, look at that, h4. Holy schmoly. Maybe I should have played h5. Okay. This guy looks dangerous. Looks like he's got his system set. Now it's a little tricky over here. Yeah, if I go out there, that'll encourage him, but why not? Now, is this kingside expansion good on his part, or is it loosening? Who knows? Time will tell. Oh, now I could just play g5. Now if he plays h6, it's a real pawn sack. If he doesn't, I may play h6. On the other hand, he's got a target now. Admitted, he's got a target. Okay, so the pieces are a little bit funky. It's pretty clear he's going to put his bishop on b2. That is clear. Now, what am I going to do with my pieces? Where's my play? Inquiring minds want to know. And he's configured his pieces in such a way it's a very interesting system he's playing. Okay, now I got to watch out for knight b5. Rats. This is not easy at all. Playing this very cleverly, I must say. He's bringing a second knight to e4. Now he castled that away. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, but now he's ready to break in the center. Okay, but at least now... Oh, but now do I have to worry about the e-file? If he takes, takes. And he's got the f5 square. Let's just get over here, just in case things open up. He's calling my... Oh, I see. Oh, that was nasty. Okay, but not necessarily the end of the world. Let's go here. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit of a dogfight. Yeah, my king side's pretty weak.
Server announcement.
She wore a glove? That was an old Roy Osterism. Roy was a crazy character, blew through Houston once. And he was, for, 17-year-old kid, loving chess, he was extremely entertaining. On the other hand, after a while, after you'd seen all his games for the 10th time, Can I show you my game with Gildan? And then all the same commentary, etc. Now, what are we doing here? Okay, he's threatening to take this pawn. Clearly. Anyway, king safety, and if he takes those pawns, he takes them. What can you do? I have to say, positionally, I'm not in love. I'm not even in like here. Which brings to mind, why didn't I play knight takes on d5 before going this way? But who knows? Well, if anyone should know why you didn't do something, it should be you. Duh. Fascinating opening the guy played. Really very enterprising. Now he's opening me up over there. And he's going to get all kinds of squares. I pretty much have to take that, I think. He's going to get all kinds of squares. But let's do this. Okay, a little exchange sack. He may give it back here. Yeah, he give it back. Now both kings are exposed. I don't know whose king is more exposed. Oof. Oh, time.
Check. Time warning. Check. White coming forfeits challenge on time.
Ah, brutal game, sir. Brutal game, Mr. Sideburns. Very tough. A little lucky there. Of course, you're playing bishop takes pawn check, bishop takes bishop check with a winning position. Very tough for me to figure out what to do with black there. Foxy openings. That sounds very familiar. I grew up as a kid on Foxy openings.
Started.
What am I going to do with this guy? He knows everything. After all, he produces Foxy openings. There is not an opening I can play he does not have a video on. What is d6? Okay, what is that? Is he going to play some funky Philidor? It would appear. Yeah, he's going funky Philidor on me. Whoa. Time out. Stop that. Stop! I guess to paraphrase, push Alfie up the board. Simon Williams, when he makes this video, he likes to push the H-pawn. He's like, you got to push Harry up the board. So I guess if that's Harry on the queen side, this is Alfie. Now black's a little boxed in, but he is super solid. Super solid. Very tough nut for white to break in. Not sure h3 is necessary. Sometimes you like to put the bishop on e3. He's rolling over with the knight. Let's get this guy up here. You want to always make sure your e4 pawn has lots of protection. Now, for the moment, he's not going anywhere. If we want to be super aggressive, we can play f4, but then when we play f4, there's issues there. Let's get busy. At some point, you got to get on with the show, such as it is. So now this looks to alter the pawn structure a bit. Ha ha ha. Again, there's always pluses and minuses. Now, in this case, let's take with the pawn so we keep more space. Now, very smart. See, he kept my knight from getting to Bravo 5. Very smart. Well, let's renew the possibility. So now the battle lines are drawn. He's going to try to play on that side. I'm going to try to play on this side. And he made the better mouse win. See, he's got e4 possibilities for counter-spiegeln. e4 cuts both ways, but e4 would give his knight the e5 square. Now, right now on the queen side, he's a little under pressure. I got possibilities like knight b5, but then again, he might just take, give up the bishop pair, and then play his e4 move. See, now he's looking at creating pressure there. So, one idea would be to play g4, but if the minute I play g4, I weaken a lot of squares like h4 and f4. Another idea would be to play our knight over, but then he might go queen up to Ron. That's called c4. Very good. Keen eye for the obvious. I'm so proud of you sometimes. So, I could go knight to b5, try to get him to give me the bishop pair. Yeah, why not? Are we worried about his counterplay? Well, deal with one thing at a time. Now, see why we put the rook at f on c1? That way the a rook still guards the a5 pawn. Okay, now we got the bishop pair. But it's not the end of the world because he's, as usual, going to try to get some counterplay. We got a bit of space on the queen side. Now that weakens the b6 square. Is that important? Is that really that big a deal? Not clear. Where do we want to go with our queen? Well, for the moment, let's drop back. Partly thinking, oh, well, see, now he's playing this endgame. I'm not sure he should play this endgame where I have two bishops and kind of a space advantage thing going on the queen side. I'm not sure that's the best choice. And see, my bishop and my knight cover the entry points for his rook. So hopefully there's no heroic rook invasion stuff there. Oh, good boy. Now I've secured my queen side advantage, okay? In fact, one of my students today, Leo, I was actually had a long dissertation with him about the bishop pair advantage. Now that's a good move. That frees his pawn over here, and his knight's ready to come in and make trouble. Now I could go c5, then he goes f5. I think we're going to have to just suck it up and let him advance the f pawn if he wants. Okay, he wants. Okay, now let's go here. Ron, every move has an address. That was not here. That was h4 you did. Okay, very good. Thank you. God, you're so helpful. Just endless stream of nonsense. Okay, so it's a game. Aha. But see, now we can do a little bishop relocation. Now, just to be annoying, send that guy. That guy will be in the showers for a little while. Hopefully, good boy, good boy. Okay, now we can break on this side. Now things are cooking. Pawn takes, pawn takes. See, we distracted him on the king side. If he pushes the f pawn, he has to always watch out for the d7 knight. If the knight from h8 comes to f7, the f5 pawn may haggle one day. And also, pawn to f4, just trying to freeze dry that pawn on f4 has its moments. Oh, but now the downside. There's always a downside. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll make that trade. Give up that guy for that guy, and yeah, now we're trying to control the yeah. Okay, so yeah, he got that. I get that.
Check.
But we check here. Now, our goal is not to take. We could take, but why don't we make a passed pawn? And then someone on his team, like in the game with my knight, someone's got to get back and play d. Good question. Do we take? Go after the a pawn? I was thinking that we take and make a passed pawn and let him worry about that guy. Okay. Okay, so that guy's That guy's got plans. That is one serious pawn. So now I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, the knights hop on short legs, as the Russians say. So you can see the knights of his are way over on the king side. And for me, the action is on the queen side. Looks like we may have broken through. So it's gonna be a challenge for him to get rid of all these pawns. And what I might do, I was thinking there, well, I could just queen, but watch out for him taking with a knight. Is he doing any nasty checks down here? And I was thinking also, why don't we just play bishop takes? When you're winning, you want to keep it simple, right? Yeah, let's just knock that guy out. Hate to give up my bishop, but let's score the goal. Now, if he goes bishop takes rook, we come back with the queen. If he takes on c8, we take with the rook, of course.
Black resigns.
Good game, Mr. Foxy Videos. And by the way, I think I actually have a number of videos like the Sniper, the Gingy Indian, and probably some other videos in the Foxy Opening video series. So, highly recommend. Learned a lot. They've got people like Roman Gingenhashvili, Susan Polgar, of course, the ubiquitous Andrew Martin has done almost every opening imaginable. Okay, and I think they're up to about 179 titles. Okay, check ICC messages when you get a chance from Mr. McKnights. Mr. McKnights is back. Okay. Anyway, good game there, Mr. Paul. Excellent game, good fight. But slow strategic squeeze, managed to break through on the queen side, and eventually the passed pawn kind of decided the things. Okay. Now I like this. Right here, see it says the moves for that game were sent. So this is a very good feature where ICC will email you the moves from your game. So is Mr. McKnights ready for round 2? Said he went to get something to drink. Oh no, now he's armed and dangerous. Well, speaking of which, let's take a sip of tea here. I think we probably got time for about 2 more.
Incoming challenge.
Oh, there we are. Another game of 5-0.
Game started.
Well, hopefully I do a little better than last time. Let's see what you do with e4, e5. Are you a classical kind of guy? Okay, 4 knightskins. Okay. Get a lot of my kids run into this. What to do? I like to take that. I'm not saying it's good for black at all. It just creates an imbalance, that's all. Should we castle? Nope. Castling's risky. Bishop g5 is very dangerous. And then if you try to chase it twice, they may sacrifice. Okay, now we can think about playing like this. That's a game. Kind of think Ruy Lopez. He's got double pawns, but he's got the bishop pair. Bishop pair cannot be underestimated. Now, instead of castling... Oh, now that's interesting. That gives me some options to steal the pawn on e4. Then he could discover attack, take the pawn on a7, but that one doesn't worry me. I'm more worried about him taking this guy. But then we could take one of his. Or this guy. Then he could just go queen d2. And then when we take that, that's dangerous. So let's just do a chill pill here. Should we go queen e7 or should we rotate this guy? If we go here, he might be lining up on us. Let's go here. Now, for the moment, I don't think he's got enough juice to do anything crazy. Although he could go there. Okay, so he figured he better defend his pawn. That gives me time to get my knight over. Now, when you're playing against the bishop pair, you want to keep the position blocked or semi-blocked, okay? Conversely, when you have the bishop pair, you want to try and blast it open. Okay, so he's building. Now I'm going to go here. Now, Now what's he trying to do? Let's go ahead and go here. He looks like, though, he's going to build up. He's going to move his knight, and then he's going to try to play f4. What are we going to do? Well, he's doing all that. Well, if we hadn't put our queen there, we could be opening things up. We want to go here and here. Just let him play f4. He's not going to sacrifice on us, is he? Is he one of those kind of guys? A little kamikaze? Well, actually, I may have almost twisted his arm into it, because otherwise the e4 pawn is just a bit tender. Ah, tricky guy. And you know what? Oh, but if I take, what about if we take this way? Ah, now we get a fat tempo on the queen. This I'm feeling the love for. Now, a little bit loose, but we're playing f5. Queen d5 check. We got the rook in the corner defended. Here, I had big dreams of doing something stupid like this. But now I realize it's not as good as I'd hoped. I wanted to play knight g3, pawn f4 check, and pawn takes bishop, but now I see my knight on g6, unfortunately, is hanging. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, but not as good as I'd hoped. So when you're winning, or you're better, you don't need to do crazy things. You just keep playing good moves. If you can find them. If you know what they look like. Okay, so he took the knight. Okay, that makes sense. Now we got this kind of 2 sets of double pawns, but I think at least we're starting out with 1 extra. So that's the good news. Okay, let's get this knight defended. Not sure if we should be playing queen d7. Okay, I think I want to do this. I'm not sure it's the right thing, but I'm not thrilled with my queen being tied down defending my knight. That's not the happiest thing. But anyway, I'm not sure that guy should be so far away from the action. But now trading queens would not be a terrible thing here. Assuming we don't give back a pawn or something. That just seems crazy to run down there and steal that pawn. Where is he going? But if I don't do something, let's take a little space. Just a little space. Yeah, that stops him from playing c4 and knight to whatever that square is. c3 to d5 or c3 to e4. Okay, so this seems like a reasonable plan. Okay, now I think he might be a little unhappy letting me get this d5 move in. This is big. Okay, because see, he couldn't take that. Now some stuff could hit the fan, but he's in a box here, so we don't have to go crazy. But see, he couldn't take that pawn because we had knight f3 check. That was pretty fat. That knight on h4 is kicking him. Now we're going to ignore the attack on the c4 pawn. Although, not sure we should. Not sure I'm doing this the best. I could have done a little more prep work, but now this is going to be pretty big. Check there. And that's attacking a lot of his stuff. I guess just take that one. Take that one. Now it could be the snow plow down the middle, and his knight is still not a happy camper. Let's just full speed ahead. Okay, I think we can do this. I'm not worried about the a7 pawn, obviously. His knight is struggling. Okay, is time an issue? No, we're okay with time. Now I'm thinking just offer a queen trade. The whole point being is we just want to penetrate to d2 with our rook. We want to break down the blockade. That's what we're trying to do here. Break down the blockade. Obviously, if he trades, he adds 1 more pawn to the roller. And we have access to d2. Now the knight on c1 he's not a happy camper, I have to say. He has been dominated. Yeah, I think White was a little slow getting the f4 pawn break to try and open things up for the bishop. It got a little congested there. Yeah, the threat is queen g3, queen g2 mate. If he tries to go king up to f2, well then, well here of course, just power blast in. Of course, pawn to e3 was certainly okay as well. Oh boy, oh boy. This could get ugly. I think it already is. In football, that might be unnecessary roughness there.
Check.
Check. Seriously? How can we not be, like, getting everything here? Well,
check.
It's not that hard. You take something with check, and then you take something with check.
Check. Incoming challenge.
Okay. Good game. Okay, last game coming up. Good game, sir. Mr. McKnight, I think you needed to get your f4 action going a little sooner. You got a little tied up and let me pluck that pawn on e4. The reason I took with the bishop was so that when you try to do your discovery, I wanted to have that tempo on the queen. That was big. That allowed me to consolidate everything when, let's see, right here when I took. So yeah, if you want to do your combination, yeah, but now if you play bishop takes h6, I can take on d3. Yeah, and so the point here was that when you took and I played knight takes, I got a fat tempo. That tempo is critical. That allows me to keep that extra center pawn, and then I'm a pretty happy camper. Okay, Chess on
Game
DVD is here.
Started.
Another guy knows every single opening, has produced every opening, everything. What can I play that he doesn't know? Let's play e4. Okay, knight out. Okay, let's take the pawn. Now, normal, this looks like some, what is this, some shilling gambit or something? Yeah, I think I Am Eric Rosen was babbling about this. Frankly, I think it's nonsense. Okay, I think I actually spent a nanosecond and looked at this and said, what would I do if someone plays this crazy stuff against me? That's their best piece. That's the piece that's trying to kill you. What do they want? They want to play like queen d6, knight g4. See, now these pawns, yeah, they're doubled. I get that. But they control a lot of squares in the center. And like Magnus Carlsen, I'm very happy to steal a pawn. Try and be a pawn ahead. Now, it might not be all that easy. See, look, he's all over my e3 business. He is not making it easy. No, sir. But I believe I'm a pawn ahead. Will I live to tell the tale, though? Petrosian! Tigran! Petrosian was great at defending with an extra pawn and then just eventually trying to stuff it down your throat. Karpov wasn't bad. Fischer wasn't bad at that kind of business either. So now we have an extra pawn and our king in the center. What do we want to do? We definitely want to trade queens, you betcha. Yeah, I told Coach Mike Hofer. Coach Mike has coached several national champions. Do we want to trade queens? Are you kidding me? You betcha. And get developed. Now the king in the center goes from being, uh-oh, watch out, penetration station, he wants to go rook f2. Does that bother us? It's a little annoying. Let's see, we go knight out. He goes in. We defend. He goes somewhere. We challenge. He goes there. Can we challenge again? Knight out. Rook in. Rook over. Bishop somewhere. Rook over. Rook over. Takes. Okay, I think we're there in time. Ron, this is really not a good moment to be thinking you're there in time. It's a good moment to actually be there in time. Anyway, what was I saying? I had a line of thought, a train of thought. Choo-choo, choo-choo-choo, train of thought. Okay, now there, I'm not too worried about that. That gives me a chance to contest the file, okay? Or even trade. Why don't we trade and then contest the file? And then we're just a pawn up and a knight versus bishop ending. Yeah, I know the bishop works on both sides of the board, but he's also got those double pawns, which means I have not one, but two passed center pawns. And over time, we would think that the hippity-hop knight can do some damage. Anyway, chess on DVD. You can order all kinds of DVDs. A huge, monstrous selection. One of the largest English-speaking collections. I think they got Roman. Okay, now, as a rule, let's put the pawns not on the color of the bishop. Okay, now what's he doing there? He's trying to come forward. Well, can we advance? Now, this is a little annoying. Okay, he's coming there. But we're going to get some squares. I mean, theoretically, you kind of want to play b4. Yeah, now that's annoying. He's going to get in with his rook. That is annoying.
Check.
Leave me alone, sir. Now he's threatening rook f2 check. Okay. Still got to play a little d. But we do have some good squares coming for our knight. That's a knight, Ron. Very good. Oh, tricky play. So now I could go there and there. Then his knight's pretty good. Why don't I just chill for a move? Can he stop me from doing what I want to do? I know rook g1 does not seem like the most fashionable, desirable move, but the idea here was that we are one move away from achieving. Now when he goes bishop d5, our pawn on g2 is not hanging. Anyway, that was the idea. I'm not sure how smart it was. Now, what to do? Well, I think we can go back here. Kind of knight c5 looks pretty. Not sure does much. What I really want to do is threaten his bishop. Obviously, if I can trade the knight for the bishop, should be pretty good. But still not the... maybe I have to play b3. Okay, now he's coming from the other side. But let's offer a quick trade of these guys. Again, if we can trade these guys, this is definitely a plus for the home team. Oh, you serious?
Check.
You can't let me trade this guy? Okay, now we freeze these guys. And this is, should be technical overdrive. Those kingside pawns. 3 hole 2, something like that. The knight should be able to come around. Got to be a little careful here. Oh, that was stupid. That was dumb. Yeah, now he's got that move. Now I made it more difficult. Not that much more difficult. Because if I take, I got to watch out for my knight getting trapped. Now probably... Okay, take. E4. No, king up. E4. He goes back somewhere. How do I rescue my knight? Let's not lose sleep over it. Structure is sound. He can't penetrate. If he takes the pawn on c2, I'm sure we'll come up with something. Now, what are we going to come up with? Well, one, we could play e4 and try and dominate his bishop. Ooh, that has a certain appeal. Another idea. Yeah, I like that. Someone's been reading too many of those comic books. I mean, I could have checked and taken the pawn on c7. That might have been better than trying to do this. Maybe I'm not doing this the best, but the position's so good, shouldn't be that big a deal. So the challenge here is that black has so many weaknesses. Okay, for example, right there, we can go over and try and pluck that guy on g4. The knight should be able to pretty much dance on the bishop. Anyway, that's how it works out in the comic books. Actually, knight b4 was probably cleaner. Yeah, knight b4 is better. Yeah, I mean, because what I want this garbage over here on, the other side is where I'm supposed to be winning the game. But it's all good, I think. See, now he's trying to make a fight of it.
Check.
Yeah, if he doesn't take, I'm going to check him. That's for sure. Yeah, so now he's making a pretty good fight of it. Now he's threatening to play c5, and he's making trouble. He's going to check me away from this guy. Oh boy, I've really managed to make a mess. But still should be enough.
Black forfeits on time.
Okay, so I kind of bungled it. Yeah, I think I got sidetracked back here. Trading the rooks is good. This is technically winning. And now here, I should just check on e6, take the pawn on c7, rotate the knight back around, and then start all over again. Anyway, thanks for playing. Good games. And see you guys next week, I think. Okay? And thanks to everyone that helped me get set up. Thanks to Mr. McKnights for visiting. Thanks to Hollow Zero. And thanks to the ICC team with Mr. Sandro. And everybody have a great Christmas, holiday, New Year, whatever it is you enjoy and like to celebrate with your loved ones. Okay. Thanks so much. See you guys later. Okay. Let's see. In the stream. Okay. Signing off. See you guys next week.